Hey everyone, Dr. Mike. I'm in the office early shooting a video. I want to give you two specific measurements that are going to measure your longevity, even without having to do blood work and those sorts of things. The first one is grip strength, and I'm going to include a chart by age of what our grip strength should be. So if you can get one of these dynamometers somewhere, come to the office, use ours, whatever it is. But if you just hold it down by your side and you grip that as hard as you can, or out in front as hard as you can, we can read that. I got about 140 that time. In my age group, I should have, and I'm 49, going to be 50 next year, my age group, I should have somewhere around 127. So 140, good. You want to be above that goal. And what grip strength tells us about, really there's three blood markers that they talk about. One is vitamin D. So if we have low grip strength, probably low vitamin D, that we're not building muscle. There's muscle wasting with low vitamin D. We know about vitamin D because we talked about it on these videos, but for our immune system, and there's maybe not billions, hundreds of thousands of processes that vitamin D does in our bodies. The second thing is probably low testosterone. Now, depending on our diet and our sleep and how much stress chemistry we have in our life, we can have low testosterone. Obviously, that would be low grip strength. The third thing they talk about is high cortisol or high stress chemistry, because that breaks down muscle over time. The other thing they talk about for grip strength is when we have low grip strength, we have higher chances of heart disease, high blood pressure, cancer. They even talk about non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And so grip strength is huge. It's going to tell you about how much mobility and strength that you have. Even think about this, guys, opening jars. If you're falling, being able to grab onto something, just anything that has to do with staying mobile, staying strong, grip strength is a great indicator. Second measurement is your height in inches, all right? So I'm 6'1", so 73 inches, and then your waist circumference. And it's super important where you measure your waist circumference, not at your hips, not at your ribs. Hips and ribs tend to keep things in. You want it really belly button circumference, right? And so there's a couple ways you can do this. If you just have like a seamstress tape measure, you can do it that way. If you don't, take a belt, put it around you, mark it with your finger, lay it out straight, and then just use a regular tape measure to see what that distance is. And what you're going to do is you're going to divide the small number, the waist measurement, by the height. And that should always be half or come out 0.5 or lower. Just to use simple numbers, if I'm 73 inches and I've got 31 waist, then we're going to look at, that's going to be like 0.4 something, 0.4 ... under 0.5. If it's above 0.5, then we know we've got a lot of abdominal adipose or abdominal fat that really affects how our liver works, how our pancreas works. That's going to put us in situations for high blood sugar, diabetes. We talked a couple weeks ago about spiking insulin. That's also going to kick out a lot of inflammation, which again drives disease process in the body. And it also kicks out a lot of estrogens, which can drive disease processes. So grip strength, number one, height to waist measurements, those will really be good ones in this month of January when everyone's doing measurements on their health. This was a little longer. I'm going to sign off. We love you guys. We'll talk to you next week.